What's up? What's up? It's your girl, the Wife School Podcast. Thank you for tuning in again. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe because we are trying to grow our channel. We are growing bit by bit, and I would appreciate the subscription. I don't know how to say it. I'm still learning. I'd appreciate your follow, your likes, any engagement. We thank you for engaging with the channel. Thank you so much for sticking with us through these series that I'm bringing us through the foundations of femininity. And let's get into the content, okay? I want to let you know, sometimes control in relationships is actually rooted in fear. Yes, it is. All right. I think this has applied to me the last situation that I was talking to. I could tell that, this man was nice in some ways and, accomplished in other ways, but it was like he couldn't totally open up, and just trying to, I don't know, just control everything, not just letting it be organic, because there was a hint of fear there. And one of the indicators that he stated to me, he said, I had trust issues. Okay, that's fear. And not trusting me means you trust yourself, which means you're trying to control the situation, trying to control the outcome, and trying to control how others behave. And that's how I felt. I'm like, hey, you don't have no space for me in your heart. That's how I felt. I felt second place to his fear. And I brought it up, and I don't think he took it that well, but that's what I felt, and that's what I was experiencing. So a good person that's seeking secure love will explain that and will take note of that. Like, hey, there's something blocking what we're trying to progress. And if that's a problem now that we can't fix and be transparent about, it's probably going to come back and be a problem in the future. Because what you don't prune and get rid, it grows. Right? We've seen the vines, they take over the whole building. This is a vine, but it takes over. All right, we got to prune, okay? We got to bring it to the surface. This is the problem, okay? and I don't be too hard on people, because we're trying to understand life and do our best and heal. So maybe it wasn't right at that moment to pursue, because he still may have things to work on. I probably have some more things to work on, but I can be respectful enough to, hey, this is what I think is happening, and respect you enough to, make you aware of it, right? And so that's just how I move, because my goal is to vet in a healthy, secure way that is respectful to me as a woman seeking a husband, and as respectful to the person, so that maybe they'll become more aware of their situation, that they don't have to necessarily control everything, or be fearful. Okay. And usually, often, fear comes from being hurt and disappointment, and when you hear a person's story, you can see how that progresses to their actions, the fear, and you were hurt, maybe from an old love, or maybe from your parents divorcing, or maybe from all these things, people passing away. Like, that is hurtful. If you truly really looked up to these people and poured yourself into them, and then all of a sudden it's gone, you fear of that heartbreak again, which puts you in the position and a mindset, well, if I do this certain way, this guarantees that I won't get hurt. And that's just a nervous system issue. And sometimes, that is worked out in therapy, things like that. That should be worked out with a therapist so that they can help you walk through it. Now, if I was to say it, it probably might seem like an attack. Always suggest that a person, maybe go talk to a professional about that, because we need those people to heal. Because some people aren't healing. Some people are running around creating relationships out of with fear in the background, running in the background, creating more broken situations when they should have healed, then reinsert themselves back into the dating market. But we have a lot of people out here moving in fear, and now they're trying to control the situation by playing games. That's where we get the game blame. And it just gets so annoying at times, though. It's just it's just crazy, because now the control doesn't create security. And that's why I think a lot of people are in dating. It's like, you're not making me feel safe. You're trying to control the atmosphere, when actually you just being secure, being safe, a safe place for me to land. Now I can feel like my trust is here. This guy makes me feel like, wow, he's different. But when you don't get rid of that fear and all the hurt, now you're controlling. So now I feel like I'm in a prison. Now I'm being interrogated. Like that's not how love is supposed to be. You got one eye open, like, what's she gonna do? Like, but I know you definitely have to move a certain way out here. But the tension that we have, the gender wars that are being discussed on social media left and right, is because there's a lot of hurt people out here, and they're afraid, and they're trying to control the situation, meaning manipulating, and nobody feels safe. It's just tension upon tension. But we got to work through this thing. Real security comes from emotional stability, from trusting yourself. We have to have that emotional stability. We can't blame, oh, the women need to do this, oh, the men need. No, everybody needs to become emotionally stable, dealing with your triggers, healing, doing the work that you've been avoiding, like avoiding going to the doctor, avoiding going to the dentist. That's why your teeth are rotting down out. That's why your health is declining, because you're not going to the place where you need to go to fix it. Running to social media, getting bad information, manipulative, controlling information. Now you're trying to use it in your situation on decent, good people, and you're messing up everything. So a lot of us need to go back to the drawing board and become emotionally stable so that we can create safe spaces for people, right? And when we're stable, we can trust ourselves. We can trust ourselves to make a good decision for ourselves. So if I'm emotionally stable and I see that you're emotionally crazy, I'm not going to get with you, regardless of how good you look. Why would you put yourself in that situation? But people do it all the time, thinking you can change. No, they need to do the work. No, you need to let that go. picking up broken glass, you're going to cut yourself. But, oh, it's worth the risk. I can't let this opportunity pass me. Yes, you can. Because we are pushing and aiming to become more emotionally stable, making better making better choices in our dating. Okay? And we got to start trusting ourselves. What happened last time, Johnny? What happened last time, Sarah? When you were going based off your feelings instead of making a logical decision. The logical decision was, don't go over there. The emotional decision was, let me see. Just a little. Just one time. And that one time cost you everything. Changed your whole trajectory. Now you stuck in this cycle because you want to go see. Okay? Once we start rebuilding ourselves and fixing the broken parts, overcoming the hurt and the fear and the control, we will start to see the fruits of that emotional stability, the secure attachment. And from knowing all that, you'll be okay no matter what, because you have the fortitude within yourself to keep pressing on, to know, okay, maybe not this time, but my time will come. Everything will be okay. Or, yes, I may have had loss. I accept it. I feel the feelings, but everything will be okay. And I have full faith that more people will start moving in this way. But if nobody's telling them this and they're just validating their fears and hurt, we're never going to get anywhere. But we are going to get somewhere on this channel. We are going to change. We're all going to move towards healthy outlooks and secure connections. It starts with a seed. And thank you for helping me plant today. If you found anything valuable from me, your girl, Stephanie Thompson, creator of The Wife School, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me how you feel about the series we're doing so far. And until next time, be blessed, and I love you.